I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review. There's another paid request, Patreon request, this time from Maxwell T. It's for the 1985 film D.A.R.Y.L. Now, D.A.R.Y.L, this is a film that, and this is going to sound weird, I've heard more of than I've seen. Like, I know I've seen this back in the day, but I didn't remember anything about it. But it's one of those films of the 80s that I heard about as time went on, about this kid who, right off the bat, beginning of the film, some guy's driving really fast, being chased by a helicopter, lets this kid go. Guy keeps driving, goes off a cliff. This old couple finds this kid. I'm like, is this the origin of Superman? No, they find this kid and they take him in and they get him with some foster parents. The kid has amnesia. He gets picked up by this foster family. The dad is actually Michael McKean, who was from This Is Spinal Tap and Short Circuit 2, among others. And they start noticing some weird things about this kid, like how he meets this kid who becomes his best friend. His name is Turtle. I forget why the fuck he was called Turtle, but he was a bit of a loudmouth of a kid. But they do become friends, and he plays his video game, Pole Position. And he gets very good on his first time. Gets like 70, 80,000 points. Which, I never played Pole Position. I don't know if that's bullshit. If you actually do that the way he does it, I don't know. People who are experts in pole position, you let me know. They're full of shit. I'm like, God, he's a goddamn speedrunner. Is that what it is? Oh, D.A.R.Y.L is a fucking speedrunner. No, he shows this unexpected intelligence. He's very mature, like he's very kind to everyone. Doesn't seem like a kid at all. And it's because he's not, because D.A.R.Y.L stands for, I had to write this down, Data Analyzing Robot Youth Life Form. And of course my question is, why the fuck would they make this in the first place for the military? Because of course what happens, he's doing well, his real parents find him, they take him back. It's a government assholes. They want to look him up and see how he's been doing, and then ultimately some of them want him destroyed. But then my question is, why the fuck would you want, what were you expecting? Because this is hardly what we need in the Department of Defense. I'm like, well, what the fuck did you expect? What, did you want a series of Astro Boys? Like, did you want kitty Terminators? Child Robocops? Like, what were you expecting? You were expecting this kid to be, you got my toy, fuck you. You're playing pole position, I could put your pole torn, stick it up your ass. and play pole position with your fucking dead body. Like, what were you expecting? Like, if you wanted a robot, hopefully to use for military purposes, why would you do it in the form of a child? What, some kind of maybe infiltration? Maybe that's what it is. Infiltration? Like the kid in Streamers, which I reviewed. Love Streamers from 1995 with a Peter Weller. That had a kid. Maybe that's what it was. So, maybe. I mean, overall, I can say I liked the film. It's not a film it doesn't seem beloved by a lot of people. I mean, it's one of those few 80s films that doesn't have a special edition. I didn't understand why, but I do like it. I thought the kid, people say he's wooden. I disagree. I thought, and I recognize the kid, he was in the film Cocoon. I thought for what part he was trying to play, he's trying to play a robot. But I didn't look at it as wooden. I looked at it as, well, if I saw a child robot, this is how I would think he would act. And I thought he did a fairly good job as the lead character, D.A.R.Y.L. I didn't think he was that bad at all. His buddy, Turtle, took me a little getting used to. He's a bit of a loudmouth, a bit of a annoying little prick of a character. But after a little while, I warmed up to him. The family life he gets into, I will say it seems a bit too perfect. To the point that, yeah, when I say it's not believable, it's a movie about a fucking robot kid. Of course it's not believable. But at the same time, it's like, even with this family unit, it seems almost like two shies away from Andy Griffith's show. Like, the dad is really nice, and oh wow, you play baseball so well, and they like that he hits a lot of home runs. The mom's only complaint about the kid is that the kid's too perfect. And then when the kid messes up on purpose to make her feel useful, she loves it, and, she doesn't know he did that on purpose, but she's like, oh wow, hey, it's okay. But on the same time, in a weird way, I found it refreshing. Because while it may be, how I put it, you may go, well, in real life, there'd be all these problems and issues. In a weird way, I kind of like the quaint, almost perfect lifestyle of it. I don't know how to word it. Like, maybe because I've seen so many films that do try to go the realistic level in a fantastic situation, and that's understandable and many times appreciative. I kind of don't mind seeing the other side as well, where, yeah, this is a loving mom and this is a loving dad, and they do care for this kid, and vice versa. And although when they do find out he's a robot, the reaction seems rather chill, considering. It seems rather... You think the reaction would be a lot more batshit, what the fuck? But not really. They're a little bit surprised, but it seems like they'd be more surprised if they found a crack, like a little fender bender of their car. Like if they found, like, someone bumped me, and they found a little bump on the car, they seem like they'd be more ready to eat the fucking shit sandwiches. Like, what the fuck? Holy shit. They seem pretty okay when they find out. And in a way, again, people may say it's not realistic. It's weird saying not realistic because, again, it's a movie about a fucking robot kid. But people go, well, in a movie like this, you would think, oh, well, they find out he's not their kid, so then they dump him, and then they say, oh, he's nobody, or he's not even a real kid, and he's not our actual son. They don't go that route. Like, immediately, they're still talking about they love this kid, they hug him, we care about you. Which maybe some people think is a bit more Disney, too sweet, too convenient. But in this instance, I was actually fine with it. Maybe because I had not seen this film so long, and I was expecting the typical, well, he's not our kid, and maybe it gets more into this deepism where this is the family you would like this kid to join up with. Seems like the perfect grouping. And because this is, I don't want to say it's like a fairy tale, but in a way, maybe it's trying to be a little bit like Pinocchio in a way. Like, one guy, he almost does say, you're a real boy. So maybe it's trying to be that little Pinocchio aspect of fancifulness. And yeah, I'm just saying, I just see some people going, well, there's not a lot of drama in the family unit. That's what I'm getting at, that there's not a lot of tension and drama. But yet, in a weird way, I found it refreshing that there wasn't any. Does that make sense? I found it refreshing that the director, Simon Wincer, went in that direction. Now, I will say, the direction does feel a bit bland. Does feel a bit like a movie that you wish had a bit more style or a bit more energy. Because, like, Simon Wincer, some movies I like more than others. I really like Quigley Down Under. Free Willy, it's there. He did Crocodile Dundee 3. Crocodile Dundee in Los Angeles, which I like. I like the first two more, but I liked that movie. Probably Quigley Down Under is my favorite of his, which I still need to get that Blu-ray one day of that. I really enjoy that film. But how do I put it? Like I said, there's not a lot of energetic direction. It's fairly bland. I would say the direction is kind of the weakest part of this. Like, the one interesting bit of direction is there's a car chase scene on a freeway, and the camera's set up so the camera angles are kind of the same as the earlier video game pole position. So pole position, you're behind the car, going left or right, and so now the camera's positioned a little bit as you see the car going left, right through traffic. That was clever. I liked that. I wish there was more clever bits of direction other than that. Either with style or with energy or a bit oomph. But I didn't mind the story. I didn't mind the actors. I know a lot of critics talk about how it had such shit acting. I disagree. I don't think it's that bad. And you did a finale where a kid, because he's a robot, is able to fly a fucking jet. And not bad. I mean, it's not bad sequence, like, effects-wise, for 1985. Where he steals a jet and he's flying around, and although I'm not 100% sure how he gets away, because he uses the ejection, and then even the military goes, what if he ejected? And the other guy goes, well, we have this thing on there, and if he ejected, we would have seen. So did the kid, I guess, get rid of that signal thing that was on the ejection seat? How did he know there was one in there? I don't remember him seeing him doing that. I mean, you would think they still want to be 100% sure, and the military would still be there, but they seem to buy it fairly quickly, so okay. It's a bit of a convenient way to end it. But I like the look of the film, like the cinematography, it does feel like an 80s film, almost like a Spielberg suburban, at times, 80s feel. It's a fun idea, a robot kid done in this fashion, where again, you find out that he could play really good at pole position and hit home runs. Some would feel that it's so idyllic, this family, that even for a movie of this nature, feels a bit unreal. But I don't know, as I'm watching it, I didn't mind the film. I was interested to see where the story would happen. And even though he's a robot, it's still cool to see a kid be able to be part of a high-speed freeway chase because of a video game he played. So he knows how to do it. Granted, play a video game and drive a car are two very different things, but whatever. Oh, hey, there's a kid flying a jet. Sometimes those simple things that I could understand if I was a kid. I probably did see this once, but I don't remember anything about it. But if other people out there watching grew up with this more, how you could easily put yourself into this kid's place. Like, you would want to be in a car chase too. You would want to fly a jet too. And like I said, I thought the movie, it was pretty decent. I'm surprised they haven't tried to remake it, honestly. I'm sure they will one day. I'm surprised that there isn't some special... It seems like any other 80s films gets a special edition. I'm surprised this doesn't. I mean, it seems like a movie that like more people have heard of than seen. Maybe that's why. But yeah, D.A.R.Y.L, I didn't mind for what it was. I would have appreciated maybe a different director to bring a bit more oomph, energy, style to the movie. But I guess its idyllic nature, maybe because of the day and age we're living in, maybe kind of wish I was in that world, this idyllic world. Maybe kind of wish I was in this era that this movie sets itself in, where this town, everything seems perfect. And I mean, with the world of today, can you blame me? So D.A.R.Y.L, didn't mind it. Didn't mind the flick. So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.